While Elon and Trump had their very public falling out, we have breaking news from the Supreme Court that is going unnoticed. A ruling that gives Trump and DOGE full access to all of your Social Security information. So, what's the big deal? What data does Social Security have on you? They have your medical records, your income and employment information, family members, dependents, and citizenship records. Are we okay with members of DOGE staff having access to all of that with no accountability? Please leave us a comment and let us know if you are okay with DOGE and Trump having unfettered access to all your personal information. So why is this ruling important? What could they do with your personal data? And what happens if this information is leaked or used for political reasons? Is there anything we can do to stop DOGE and Trump from using and sharing our personal data? That's what we are going to cover in this video. We already know that Trump is using a data collection firm called Palantir to merge data about every single American from different branches of government into one single database. This is something that has never been done before and goes against the Privacy Act by using our data without our knowledge and for purposes we did not authorize. Now they will have access to some of the most sensitive information from the Social Security Administration. This information includes where you were born, our parents, our medical records, where we worked, and how much we earn. Some of our most closely guarded information resides in the Social Security database, and the Supreme Court has just given all of it to a bunch of kids with no experience working at DOGE. What's worst is the Supreme Court has overruled all lower courts. Once again, the conservative justices went against all precedent and gave Trump everything he wanted. It's almost like the Supreme Court is acting against the Constitution, against the privacy laws on the books, and against the people in an attempt to give Trump more and more power and take it away from the other branches. Let's go over the court cases and rulings so far. In March, DOGE sought access to multiple agencies, including the Social Security Administration, as part of its mission to find wasteful spending and abuse of government funds. 2 labor unions and an advocacy group sued the SSA after DOGE began digging into personal data. A district judge ruled that DOGE stop using the Social Security data while the case was pending. This is called a stay. A divided federal appeals court on April 30th rejected the Trump administration's request to block the district judge's order. The Trump administration then submitted an emergency application asking the Supreme Court to intervene. On Friday, May 6th, the Supreme Court ruled in DOGE's favor that the SSA should give DOGE unfettered access to the data. If that wasn't bad enough, in a separate ruling, the Supreme Court ruled that DOGE did not even have to respond freedom of information requests, that it provide records of the data it used and the purpose. Again, this gives DOGE more power and less oversight than any other branch of government. So who is in charge of DOGE and what are they going to do with all of this data? With Elon Musk gone, we really don't know who is in charge. From interviews on Fox, we found out that most of the DOGE team consists of young men around 20 years old, with no experience in government or privacy policy. One of them is named Big Balls. Are you okay with some 20-something-year-old with no experience in data security having access to all of our personal information? Drop us a comment down below if you don't think this is a good idea. Privacy groups have sounded the alarm that this is an attempt to consolidate a database on all Americans that can be used for political retribution. We know that Trump is all about vendettas, and this massive surveillance of every American is exactly what he wants. Democrats and privacy supporting Republicans are outraged. What about the privacy laws that we have to protect us? The Privacy Act of 1974 created a code for the collection, maintenance, use, and dissemination of personal records and information stored by the federal government. Among other things, the law requires that individuals provide consent before their personal records are shared. The ruling on Friday is a clear violation of this Privacy Act. You see, the federal government collects very sensitive data on all of us as part of its role of keeping us safe and collecting taxes. There are information silos throughout the government that were intentionally kept separate in order to avoid the kind of intrusion found in countries like China and North Korea. But the Trump administration doesn't care about our privacy or why these agencies keep their information safe. If everything was kept in one centralized location, it would make it much easier for foreign actors to spy on us and possibly hack the data. They would then have the private information on every single American. It also makes it easier to weaponize the data against your political opponents. Anyone who says something you don't like, you can look them up and send the Justice Department or police to investigate them. So this is a dangerous path the Supreme Court has followed. If you think this ruling is a bad idea, please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. We are bringing you the latest developments with the Social Security Administration and how these changes affect you. Thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.